In this episode of Cowboy Cooking, ooh, we got a good one. A good smoked chicken that's so quick to do, a great rub that goes on it, crispy flavors from the Southwest, a little sweet and a little heat. Come on, I got the fire started. Hey, thank y'all for stopping by the backyard on another beautiful day it is. Who am I? Cowboy Kent Rollins, and you have tuned in to the best channel on YouTube. I mean, we cover it all from smoking to cast iron to grilling. We got you covered to fix you up, to fill your stomach. And for you people that might be joining us brand new, hey, go ahead, look up there, hit that little subscribe button and the dingy-dong bell so you get notified when we got these videos every Wednesday, 2:30 Central Time. And as always, the printable recipe and anything that we use in this video will be listed right down there below in the description. So today, what are we doing? I've had a lot of requests. I have to break out that pit barrel smoker again, and what are we going to throw on it? A yard bird. Yeah. Now, I'm not talking about your crow or anything that flies in the backyard and land. I'm talking about them chickens that's down there in that pen. You ain't got a chicken pen. Neighbor got one? Sneak over there in the night. Now, when you catch that chicken, be sure you put your hand over his squawking mechanism so he don't make racket when you run out of there. And that way, the neighbor will never know you got him. You can invite him over for lunch. Well, now, as you've seen, I done come out here and got my little pit barrel smoker, pulled the bottom out of it, the little pan that holds the charcoal. Now, you can do these with them chimneys, but folks, I just will do it my way, and that's with that propane burner. Today, I'm using some good Fogo charcoal. Strike off that propane torch and let her get to going. Don't take long. We're going to let them get good and white. I don't use briquettes. Y'all know me well enough to know that because there's too many foreign substances in them. So get you some hardwood lump. If we wasn't in a drought here in southwest Oklahoma, I might be having me some peach wood or some little apricot wood to stick with this because it really pairs well with some fowl. I like to use some fruit wood on occasion to mix it in with some hickory or some mesquite. Now, the chicken today we are using, her name was Edna, and oh, she was a good chicken. But what happened?
I'm guessing Edna didn't make it.
Edna didn't make it. You ever heard about the chicken that couldn't cross the road? Edna was one of them. Edna was a little small bird, she was. She weighed about 3 pounds and 2 ounces. And I'm going to let y'all have a little peek in there. We're going to keep Edna covered up because she's cold, and we're going to go ahead and mix this rub up. Now, I was laying there last night thinking, it's got to be something really good to put on old Edna. It does to cover her and make her, give her that great spicy taste, but get some flavor. So let's get started in this deal. 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. Garlic powder. How much garlic powder? Whoa.
Oh, we don't know because it blew away.
Dude, get that for me. So we got the garlic powder, and it's going to take about 2 teaspoons. So now, my mother was big on onion powder, and we're going to put some in there, and we're going to put 2 teaspoons again. Now, it's where we break out a little of that Mexican flair in there and get it to going, and that is some cumin. But we're just going to take 1 teaspoon of that cumin. Next will be some smoked paprika, one of my more favorite seasonings in the world. I think it is good. And guess how much we're going to put in there, Shan?
I have no idea.
You in the 3rd row, second from the left, behind the guy that's smoking the big cigar. What? Yep, you got her right. 2 tablespoons.
Whoa.
There it is. One of my more favorite ingredients in anything that's got chicken in it, and that is ground mustard. 1 teaspoon. Little coarse ground black pepper it is. And I'm going to use about a 1/2 tablespoon.
And the grand finale.
If you like your chicken to have some bite in it, put you a whole teaspoon
Of
red cayenne pepper.
Ooh.
Now, if you don't like it, just leave it out. But I like a little bite in mine, and because I like y'all, we're going to put a 1/2 teaspoon in there. Now, all you're going to do is just mix it well. So, folks, y'all ready to meet Edna up close and personal? Oh, ain't she a pretty little thing she is? Now, when you go to the store and buying chicken, I like my chicken to have the skin on him. And you always want to look down in there in that cavity and make sure the gizzard, liver, heart, and all them other things is out of there. Now, there is a great thing going around. My mother did it for years. Washed the chicken. Just rinsed it off with cold water. A lot of them will tell you now, oh, you can't do that. You're going to get some germs somewhere else. Edna got a bath, folk, before she come out here. I like to look too and make sure there ain't no big long pin feathers they left sticking on here somewhere. If they are, you can get you some tweezers and pull them off, or just get you a little lighter and you can just burn them off. That's what Mama used to do to them. Bird, we give it a bath. What is the first thing we do when we get out of taking a bath?
Drown.
There you go. So let's dry our chicken off. I just want to make sure that chicken is dry. Get here under the armpits, because oh my gosh, you know how that is on a hot, sweaty day. We're going to grease it up a little. Olive oil, avocado oil, whatever you want to use on there. Just make sure you get it well greased everywhere. Let's go to shaking this good rub on there. Make sure you get them little winglets. And if you got some of that there left over, where you put it, right in there. Give it a good shake and bake. She's looking mighty pretty. And as you've seen, when we put that lid on that pit barrel smoker, I had them pieces of rebar on there because what are they for? To put these hooks on. Now, pit barrel does make a deal that you can insert from the bottom side of the chicken, run through the neck, stick a rod on it, and it'll lay right on them bars. Me, I don't be having one. So we're going to double hook the chicken. And it's pretty important that you place these in the right spot so it don't be falling off. Come right here through this cavity by the breast, and we're going to go right out under that wing, just like so. Now when we do the oven, you want to make sure that these are facing the same way, so you got to come under the wing and through this way, and that way everybody's looking on the same page. Let's get over here to the pit barrel. We're going to lay her in there, shut the lid. So probably take about an hour and 40 minutes, but we're going to wait till this temperature on these thighs is about 175, and the breast 165 to 170. Now y'all have seen me use this pit barrel smoker before, and I really like it most of all because it's so handy, made in the USA. But it is so easy to cook on these things, folks. I mean, you can build the fire just like we got in there. Coals will last nearly 7 hours in this thing. And you can see, like we said on the vent, we are shut right there. We're about 1,800 foot elevation here, so we don't need to open that up to where it can breathe anymore. Now you get higher up, they've got this thing calculated to where you can shut her on up there and get it up to the top to where you're getting more air at higher altitudes. But hey, Shannon will have you a link so you can see our other videos that we've used with this thing. It runs about 210 to 235 most of the time. So if you've got a smoker out there you're using, get her up there to about 200 to 220 and just let it Cadillac right through there. Let it be smooth. You'll be in good shape. And folks, right now, Pit Barrel Boys is offering free shipping. And Shannon will have you a little link down there in the description below to where you can check it out. Because, hey, perfect back thing in the backyard. You can put them in your pickup, take them tailgating to any football game you want to. Well, according to the sun in my finger, we've been on about an hour. We have. And I like to check it about this time because we're ready to give it a little more smoke flavoring. Now, today, I'm going to put some soaked hickory chips in there. You can use whatever your favorite flavor is, whether it be pecan or something like that. Put some more oak in it. You can mix some more mesquite in there. Fruit wood, whatever you got. But it's time now, folks, because we are pretty close to that halfway mark. So let's add a little smoke down in there to that Fogo charcoal. I've had this soaking since about 7 o'clock this morning, so about 3 hours. I like to let the water run off of it before I put it in there. And I'm probably going to use about 2 handfuls. Be careful not to be burning your little old fingers. Edna's looking really good. It's time for her to take a nap. Let's shut the lid and let her do her thing. Probably going to take about maybe 45 minutes to another hour to get that temp up on that chicken like we want it. But stick around because we're going to check it. Well, we let it cook. We did about an hour and 40 to 45 minutes, pretty close in there. And I come out here and y'all seen me break out the little temperature probe because I want to be sure on that poultry. I do. Seen me stick it right about the center of that breast going down there, not hitting no bone, and I need it to be 165 to 170. We were there. Then I want you to take that out and let's check in the meatiest part of the thigh down there, and I want to be 175 or a little bit more to maybe even 180, and we were there. So we took him out, put him over on this cutting board, and folks, he's just like a good piece of beef. We got to let him rest. Oh, pardon me. We got to let her rest. Remember, this was Edna. So we let her take a little nap here, and we're going to pull the cover off of her now. And look, I mean, folks, this is what I call a pretty little old girl. She is all dressed up, ready to go. You want to make sure that you let it cool because I want to be able to do that right there. Whoa. Did you see how that come off there, Shin? And I want to taste that skin right there, first bite. No, Dookie, no chicken dance. Well, so come here, Big. Let's see. I know y'all are beef people. I know. Oh, Big says I do like some chicken, and Duke says I do too. Okay. What do y'all think?
That's some serious feeling.
The thing that is the star of this show, even though it was Edna to begin with, she gave it all. She sacrificed it. But it is that seasoning rub that we mixed up, that yard bird seasoning. I like the little hint of cumin that you get in there because I'm a big fan of that. It sort of takes me south of the border again. But when you can get that brown sugar to sort of caramelize on there and coat along with the smoked paprika and the mustard and the garlic, you just can't beat a deal like this. And now this is how I really like to cut a chicken up. Just take right here in this crease and come across here the same way too. And look here who's trying to help. And then just pull it right. Get back, Hungry Jack. And then look what you got there. It comes right out of there, it does. Then you just go back right again the center of that breastbone, if you can find it, and just cut right through there. You'll have to break that right at the front, and then you got that big old piece of breast meat laying right there. Finger looking goodness, it is. I hope you enjoyed this little old pit barrel smoker, folks, and there's a link Shan will have down there below. They're great little cookers. As always, tip my hat to all our veterans and servicemen and women who have served this old country and still serving to keep that flag flying high over. We will never forget you, and God bless y'all all that are doing this. And for you folks out there that are watching, thank all of our viewers. Me and Shan appreciate you taking time out of your busy day just to watch our videos. Keep them comments and them emails coming because we love them, everyone. And I'd like to see a little more of you doing the happy dance. You can send it to us at info@kentrollins.com. I want to see your moves after you do the happy chicken or something, but just do her. Always remember, like, share, and subscribe. You won't never miss out on none of this great things that we have going on here. And hey, help us get to 1 million. We're on our way. Appreciate you. God bless you each and every one. And I'll see you down the smoked Yardbird Trail. And as always, the printable recipe and anything that we use in this video. Whoa, here we go. That thing's slick. A stopper come out, folks. Hey, get out of that, Big. You'll be lubricated. And folks have been after me for a long time because Shan never gets a bite. Shan, you're going to have a bite of chicken wing.
That's good.
And
oh, that is nice.
Uh-huh.
You get a little sweetness there.
Yes, and a little bit of heat.